Meodes, it is King Rowie here, the king of craft beer, the king of beer reviews on reviews, king of beer reviews and beer reviewers, really. You can't be the king of one and not be the king of the other. And it is day 19 of my homemade, home-curated beer advent calendar. I don't know why I've said that like 19 times in a row now. I don't know how I'm still not getting that on the first go. Something slightly different to the channel today, something slightly prestigious, slightly classy, which is, you know, I should probably get someone else to review it because I am neither of those things. And we have got, from Cantillon, we have got Geuze 100% Lambic Bio, the Brussels Geuze, and it's got a little boy in the nip who is taking a hot waz on possibly into a fountain, but I'm assuming it's based on a classic piece of art, so yeah, don't worry about that. This video will no doubt be flagged and taken down within seconds, and me put on all sorts of registers. So yeah, it's 5.5%, which is definitely I think is definitely going to be the weakest beer that I've had on the channel this whole festive Yuletide period, and probably one of the weaker ones in general because I tend to not drink beers of that sort of strength. I don't really drink a lot of Lambics or Geuze, mainly because they're kind of, whenever I see them anywhere, they're in kind of short supply, and I always think me buying one is a waste and it stops somebody else having it. Although this time I've kind of thought I don't give a shit and I'm going to have it. This was bottled on the 8th of October 2018, so I think I have had this for a few years. I remember buying it from Brew Cavern. It's got the old artwork on it as well. You can currently buy this from Brew Cavern, I believe. So yeah, if I remember to post a link in the bio, I will post a link in the description, should I say. I will post a link to this. There's some gubbins written on the back. The Geuze Cantillon, a real spontaneous fermentation beer, is entirely made up of Lambic. The Lambic is brewed with organically grown wheat 35% and malted barley 65%, and with dried hops. The Geuze Cantillon is a sour beer that contains absolutely no sugar. To be drunk preferably within 20 years after the bottling date. Beer with taste evolution. And yeah. So there we go. So I've not drank a huge amount of this. I know it's a really classic respected brewery, so I'm probably not going to give it the justice that it deserves by drinking this, so I am very sorry. I also have left my main corkscrew at work and I've only got this absolutely awful one here at home, so it's not impossible that this isn't going to be open, because obviously it's one of those awful ones where you've got the bottle cap and then the cork underneath. So we're going to see, but don't worry, if the corkscrew does break in this, you will still be getting this footage. I'll just be doing a different beer video. So yeah, you've got this, that's in the bank. You might have to go through the introduction again. Oh, I tell you what, it's out enough that I can work with it from there. And there we go. Look at that. That is a big bag of wank. I've even got a little teku glass for this, because I always think Lambics should be, I do, whenever I do see them, they do tend to be in sort of like quite small, tumblery highball type glasses. But I do like my Lambics out of a teku glass. The last time I had this beer actually was on the day of my friend Sally's wedding, so this is only actually the second time I've ever had this. It was very different to what I thought it was going to be the first time I had it, so even though I did enjoy it, I didn't know what I was expecting. But this time I am a little bit older, a little bit wiser. I'm not going to do the not wiser bit because I'm not a hack, but yeah, look at that colour. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Colour of piss. I tell you what, I can smell it from here. That has got all the funk. That has got all the funk, and we all know funk means flavour. The sort of, I mean, it's just a hack thing to say, but it is. It's that sort of like, it's the stables, it's the horse blanket, it's all of those sort of funky, musty sort of smells, but it looks great. It's got an absolutely beautiful, stunning colour. I know I said it was a colour of piss, but it's an apt description, do you know what I mean? That is very much the colour of pee. If that was an IPA, I'd send it back. Although it is quite cloudy, but I would kind of be, West Coast, wanker. But yeah, that looks bloody banging. There's enough nonsense there. Let's get a bloody slurp, shall we? Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. That is, it's always like, and I think like these are like £7, maybe 7, £8 a bottle. So you're not breaking the bank with them. There are, shelf turds in the cinema. I only said in the cinema. There are shelf turds in the supermarket that are £8 now. So the fact that you can get something of this quality, this class of that, and this to me is what sour beers should be. I want sour beers to be one extreme or the other. I want them to be those sort of like exploders on contact, sort of tons of coconut cream, tons of, purees, as in to be so thick you can't really count them as a beer. And even though they say sour on them, they never are sour. And that's the problem with these young modern sour beer drinkers. And I'm looking at you, the modern young cool hip sour beer drinker, is you don't like sour beer, dear. What you like is you like fruit puree and smoothies, yeah? But it's because it's cool to say you like sour beer. That's why you drink them. You don't really like sour beer. That's why whenever you go into a bar that does like a beer bar, that's why you have to go up to the bartender and say, have you got any sour beers on? Because you're too lazy and stupid to even read the board, because you don't know what you like, because you're dumb. And that's why you always need samples. Yeah. Whereas people who really like sour beer, the true people, they drink stuff like this that's actually sour and doesn't contain sugar and doesn't contain, cow piss and all that lot in it. It probably does have horse piss on it because, it was probably made in some dirty old barn somewhere in Belgium. But this is fantastic. This is what sour beer should be, not all the other ones that I love, because they're great as well, to be fair. Probably better than this, I'm going to be honest with you. But don't rely on that. Don't remember that part. Just stop pretending you like sour beer. Liking sour beer isn't a personality trait. It really annoys me. Oh, it's just magnificent. It's dry. It's dry yet fruity. It's sour, but it's just a different type of sour that you get with sort of like, and this is no shade on Vault City. Obviously Vault City are very successful, do great beers. I put a lot of Vault City beers on the channel. But this is a world away from, I was about to say it's a world away from their Iron Brew Sour, but I'm not gonna lie, this does have a little bit of Iron Brew style-y going on with it, to be fair. Although, to be fair, this has been around longer than Iron Brew. Or has it? Iron Brew's been around for quite a bit. But yeah, you can't compare something like that. Or I could even use a brewery that I'd love, do you know what I mean? And local to me. I don't need to name them because it's obvious, but I just don't think anyone's in this country is putting out things of this caliber and this quality that's just timeless, And I'd love that, preferably within 20 years, and this is like, so I've had this 6 years. Well, I've not had it 6 years. It's 6 years since this was put into the bottle, and it's like, I can tell you now, it'll be drier than it was 3 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'll just be fantastic. I hear stories of people, cracking out bottles of this that are 20, 30 years old at bottle shares, and yeah, it kind of makes me wish that I had gotten into beer at a younger age, that maybe I would have put a load of this down and saved it. I have got some Geuzes that are 10, 12, 15 years old that I just, weirdly enough, I just bought from a deli once, because they were on sale at really, really cheap, and I never got around to drinking them. So I have got them, laid down. But that is just magnificent. That is just, it might be the lowest ABV beer on the channel, but it's probably one of the best. It's probably one of the most prestigious that we've put on the channel. This is like a proper bucket list beer. If you've never had this, you definitely need this in your life. If you've obviously, what I said earlier on about sour beer drinkers, I obviously don't think that. Do you know what I mean? As in, you know, you like what you like and you do what you do. Do you know what I mean? It's all good. And if you need to go into a bar and ask questions, then that's great. Do you know what I mean? That's what people who are there for. Do you know what I mean? I work in a bar myself. Do you know what I mean? That's why, you know, I'm there, is for you to ask questions. I will think you're stupid and slag you off after you go, but yeah, I obviously don't think that. That was me ripping off, being like a sort of discount Wish, ordered from Wish Stuart Lee attempt there. That's all that was. But yeah, if you are a fan of sour beers, you need to get on stuff like this. You need to get onto the Lambics. You owe it to yourself as a beer lover to try something like this. And like I said, it's like 7-8 quid a bottle. You're paying 7-8 quid for 2/3 of, you know, a good, lovely, strong sort of I was going to say a stupid stout, but that is stupid. Is made by Vault City, isn't it? And I'm not having a go at them. But you would pay that for something like that, which is great. But something like this is, you owe it to yourself to try. Do you know what I mean? Something timeless. You know, to try a bit of brewing's history, if anything else. This is, it turned into an all right video. This, I tell you what, I was worried about this. I thought this was going to be over in about 3 minutes. Mainly due to that piece of shit there, that's gone. And so yeah, thank you very much indeed for watching. That was super appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, a like and a subscribe goes a long way. So make sure you smash that subscribe button. You have to do that, don't you? Smash the subscribe button. And yeah, if you like Lambics, let me know in the comments. If you think I'm a bit of a cunt, let me know in the comments as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Sorry, second beer of the day. I'm still not over this piece of shit from yesterday. So yeah, thank you very. I don't know if swearing does swearing get you less views? Probably does. I should probably look into that. I should probably do some basic research. But yeah, thank you very much indeed for watching. As always, it's super appreciated. Take care of yourselves. Give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 20. We'll blast off nearly at Christmas, baby. Ding dong merrily on Ruddy High. I'll see you later. Take care of yourselves in a bit. Yeah, bye.